Welcome to the Church at Visalia online campus. We're so glad you're joining us this evening. Tonight, Pastor Kevin is starting a brand new series called Best Christmas Ever. During the message, if you happen to have a question or you'd like to connect with us, go ahead and join our live chat to the right of the screen. One of our online hosts will be more than happy to talk with you. For any other questions regarding our church, go ahead and visit welcometothechurch.com. Now, here's Pastor Kevin with tonight's message. Enjoy.
Well, of course, we all know that Christmas is coming. It's coming very close. And Christmas it just is, man. There's something about it. You guys know as well as I do. It's a magical time. There's something about Christmas. Our attitudes change towards Christmas. Our mentality changes towards Christmas. Our pocketbook changes towards Christmas. There's a lot of things that happen in Christmas, and Christmas is awesome. There's parties to go to. There's Christmas movies. There's traditions that you have that you can't wait to do. Certain ornaments that you get out that you can't wait to get out. Christmas dinners with your wife's side of the family, with your side of the family, with the in-laws and the ex-in-laws, and there's a lot of different things going on at Christmas. And one of the big ones is shopping. I don't particularly like to shop in general. I don't really shop, I buy. So I don't like go around, and I'm not like shopping for outfits. I've got my list, I go in, I buy my thing, and I leave. That's what I don't shop, I buy. But shopping's an interesting thing. It's like, what is it? So like Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, all the way probably to about January 5th, there's all of these crazy sales. And Target and Walmart and JCPenney and the mall, it is a place. It turns from a really nice little social gathering to actually a freaking war zone. That's what it turns into. It's a war zone between Black Friday and January 5th. And all of a sudden people are shopping, and there's mild-mannered people that when they see the discount price on the iPad, something changes to, hi, how are you, to get away from that. And it's, we got grandmas fighting on aisle 7. We got people stealing small children's gifts out of their hands. The stuff that happens in the malls at this time is crazy. Christmas it's a crazy time of year. We all know this. But the thing too about Christmas is that with celebrating and with family and with all the things that we've got going on, the thing that we want to do today is before it really ramps up and that crazy part of the year really starts happening, is we just want to kind of pause a little bit and kind of prep ourselves emotionally and spiritually so that we can have the best Christmas that we've ever had. I've had some good Christmases, and I'm sure you have too, but we want to have the best one that we've ever had. And so here's a tip today. It's just one tip, one thing this week and one thing next week, and then we're going to celebrate Christmas with family. And in order to talk about this today, what we've got to do is we've got to how to celebrate how to have the best Christmas ever is in order to do it is we've got to kind of rewind in our mind into previous Christmases of our life. So go ahead. If you wish, you can close your eyes and really get into it. If not, you can just sit there and blank stare at me. That's up to you. But just in your mind, start to go back in time. 2014 Christmas, 2013 Christmas, 2010 and 9. Some of you are falling asleep. Wake up. 2009 and then 2000. For some even, 1998 Christmas, and I'm still going back, 1989 Christmas. Some of you weren't even born yet. Now I'm back to about 1980. So that's where I am right now. It's 1980, Kevin McKinley Morse, 10 years old. And I just got done coming from 1980 Christmas. We went down to Aunt Carol and Uncle Jim's house on Christmas Eve, and we played dominoes, and we ate Tark's pizza, and Uncle Jim was passing gas at the table like he always does, and it was a typical New Year's Eve celebration. And now we came home, and I'm sitting in my bedroom, and I put my pajamas on, and I'm all excited. Because I've been planting seeds in mom and dad's heart for about 2 months now of the main Christmas gift that I want. This was before, I couldn't text them. I couldn't send a link to it. I put a picture and I took a picture of it and I rolled it up in the toilet paper. So whenever they're going to the bathroom, there's the picture of what Kevin wants. I put things in their pillows. I wrote notes. I would talk to them about it. I've been planting seeds about this one thing that I've got to get for Christmas in 1980 at 10 years old. And what it was is I have to get an official NFL football. That's what I wanted. Then the official NFL football, it says the Duke on the side. And I had to have the Duke. I just didn't have a football. I had other footballs. I needed the official NFL football with the Duke stamped on the side. And I've been planting seeds. And so I've got my pajamas on, and I'm thinking about all the things that I've done to make sure that I get tomorrow morning. I open up the official NFL, the Duke football. I fall asleep. I wake up. I hear my mom say, "Kevin, Santa Claus came." And I get up and I run down the hallway and I look, and sure enough, there's a big old bike. There's a bike sitting there. There's some football shoulder pads sitting there. There's some sort of it wasn't a record player, but there's some sort of a deal like that my brother got sitting there. And so we had all of these things sitting in front of us. And my mom says, "Let's start." So I sit down Indian style in front of the tree, and Dad hands me the first gift. And I just rip into it. And I look at it, and it's awesome, but it's not the official NFL, the Duke football. And I politely say, "Thanks, Mom and Dad," and I throw it to the side. My brother opens the gift, and Mom and Dad they hand me another one. I rip it open. It's awesome, but it's not the NFL football, and I put the gift aside. And then they give me a third one, and then they give me a fourth one. And they give me a fifth one. They give me a sixth one. I specifically remember this year there was a plethora of gifts. It was a mound of presents. And there's one coming, and two coming, and three coming, and four coming, and the 10th one coming. And I'm opening up every one. And by now I'm about 8 gifts in, 9 gifts in. And before I even unwrap it, I can already tell if this is the football or not. And I'm ready to go to the next one. Before I've even finished unwrapping this gift, I'm already thinking I can't wait for the next one, because the next one might be the Duke. The next one might be the Duke. And one gift led to another gift, which led to another gift. And now I'm sitting Indian style with wrapping paper all over me. I've got everything from pairs of socks to Atari Donkey Kong video game to a Huffy bicycle. I'm covered with gifts. And at the end of all of it, I was thinking, but I didn't get the NFL official football, the Duke. And I was so disappointed, sitting in my pajamas, covered with gifts, because I didn't get the big thing that I wanted. But then all of a sudden, Dad goes, "Hey, Kev, well, hey, buddy, what's that behind the tree?" "Oh, son, it looks like we forgot one of Santa's gifts. Why don't you go ahead and look back there, buddy?" All right. So I jumped up and I looked, and as soon as I saw it, I knew, because I knew what this box looked like. And it's like, yeah, this is it. And I come back and I rip that thing open, and sure as the world, it is an official NFL, the Duke, stamped right on the side football. I hold it up, I say, "Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad." And I do a little jig, and I sit down Indian style again. And as soon as I sit down Indian style, as God is my witness, as I'm looking at the thing I've been wanting for months, I think to myself, now I need a football helmet. I got the football, now I need a Pittsburgh Steelers football. I was a Steelers fan back in the day. That's before I got saved and started following the Colts. So I need a Steelers football helmet to go with my football. I'd had what I wanted, and now I'm waiting for the next big thing. And does that sound kind of familiar to y'all's Christmas? Maybe you didn't want an NFL football stamped with a Duke on the side. Maybe it was, some sort of a doll or a video game or whatever. But when it comes to Christmas morning, the thing that I found personally in my life as it pertains to Christmas itself is I'm going to be extremely disappointed on Christmas morning if I'm always looking for the next gift. If on Christmas morning when I wake up, when my parents hand me a gift or my wife hands me a gift or my children don't buy me gifts, so then forget that one. But when my children give me gifts, if I'm waiting for the next one before I've enjoyed the one in my hand, I always leave Christmas morning disappointed. We'll be disappointed if we're always waiting for the next big gift. And as I was thinking about that as a tip for Christmas, how I can enjoy Christmas this year is enjoy the things that are handed to me, whether they're, everything from a tie to whatever gift I might receive. I started to think about how that very simple illustration, also very simply, but I think powerfully, translates over to our life as people. Is that in our life, we're going to be very, very disappointed if what we do is always look for the next big thing. If we're always waiting for the next big thing that comes, we will go to bed every day disappointed. And when you stop and think about life and how life works, this is just, I don't know why it is. This is just, it's how I'm wired. I think it's how most people are, it's in our DNA, is that we're always looking for the next big thing. Think about it. Who here played sports in high school? Girl or guy played sports in high school? Raise your hand. Okay. Who here played football? Raise your hand. Who here played basketball? Baseball or softball? Okay, all right. A bunch of athletes in the room. You remember when you were in school, the season would start, and it was so hard to not think about that rivalry game. I remember whenever I played football, basketball, and our rival school was the Goshen Redskins, and we were the Northwood Panthers. And every year, the Goshen Northwood basketball game was epic. It was a big game, and so every year we knew the date. Before season even started, this is the day we're playing the Goshen Redskins. And I remember immensely, and I'm sure you're the same, that when we have that rivalry game, we're not so much thinking about the next practice. I'm not thinking about the next game. I'm thinking about the big game. And when it comes to sports, a lot of times it's not about the next practice, it's not about the next competition, not about the next game. It's about this big one. And when we're in school, we're thinking about the next big game. Or else whenever we're in high school back in the day, or maybe you're single now, and this is how it is with you as well. I remember being back in junior high school, and I get a girlfriend. My girlfriend's name for about 2 weeks, it was a really long relationship. It was named Marcy Bontrager. And I was dating Marcy Bontrager. We were going out. Remember those back in the day? Do you want to go out with me? And I look at that now, I'm like, I can't drive. Where are we going? Anyways, you want to go out with me? Where? I don't know. Maybe to the study hall. I don't know. So I was dating Marcy Bontrager. And I remember I got Marcy Bontrager on my side, and I'm already scouting out who the next lucky girl is going to be, right? You guys, don't look at me like I'm some heathen sinner, fellas. You know what I'm talking about. I've got a girlfriend, but I'm already looking for the next one. We've got a game this week, but we're looking forward to the next big game. This is, for whatever reason, this is kind of just how we're wired, and it goes all the way through our life. When we're in high school, we can't wait to get into college. Then when we get in college, we can't wait to graduate with our degree and make $100,000 a year, right? Then when we get out of college and we start working at McDonald's, we can't wait to start doing the job that we actually have the degree in. Then once we start that job, we can't wait to get married. Oh my God, if I could just get married. If I can just get married and get my girl or get my man, life's going to be so good if I can just, when I get married. And then we get married. And we get married and life's pretty good. We start thinking, hey, everybody else is kind of popping out kids. I think this kid thing would be kind of cool. I can't wait till we have kids. And then we have our first child. It's a girl. We have our first girl. And then we think, well, I got a girl. I can't wait. Life's really going to be good when I get my little boy. And then we have a little boy. Now we got a girl and we got a boy. Now we're thinking, my God, I can't wait till the kids are out the house. I just can't wait till they're out the house. And now they're out the house. And we're waiting. Then this is just how life is. Is when we're in high school, we can't wait to get out. When we're out of school, we can't wait to get married. When we're married, we can't wait to have kids. When we have kids, we can't wait to get another one. There's something inside of us. The next thing that I get is that's the big one. That's when life will really get good, is when I get this next big thing. I can't wait till I get that car. If I can just lose this weight. If I can just get this job. It'd be so much, working for that guy would be so much better than working for this moron. that's when life will get good. But here's the truth. If we're not careful, we'll look so far down the road to tomorrow that we'll lose the greatness of today. It's an interesting thing. But did you know that the next 24-hour period that you live, it's a gift from God. It's a gift. I find it interesting. It's somewhat of a play on words, but I find it interesting that yesterday is called the past, right? And tomorrow's called the future. But what is right now called? The present. It's today, right now. This is called the present. It's literally this thing that we are experiencing. It is the present that God is handing us to enjoy right now. And if we're not careful, what happens is when we wake up in the morning and God hands us the present that we're living in today, we'll be like me when on Christmas morning. Oh, this is nice, but I'm looking for that. And we'll be disappointed. There's a simple passage. This is the only passage we're going to sit on and talk about today. And it goes along with everything we're talking about. It's Psalms 118:24. It says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." So rejoicing and being glad are two separate things. To rejoice means to take joy, to take pleasure, to say thank you. And then also be glad in it. Find some happiness and find some peace. So say thank you, but also find some peace. He says, this is the day. Today's the day. The thing that God handed you, this is what God made. I remember back in the day, I received gifts from different people through the years that they purchased at a store. But then my grandma, she made gifts. She would make us our own gym bag. She would make us a football pillow that we still have today. These things that Grandma made were so special because she crafted it. She didn't go buy it, she made it. And the Bible says, the psalmist says, today is the day that God has made. God made you this day, and He put it in front of you, the present in front of you. And He says when this happens, we should rejoice and be glad in it. We should take peace in it. We should take joy in it. Celebrate and enjoying, man, it is very, very hard to do. Because we're so wired to, I want the next thing. And some may be in the room today and say, oh, hey, life's pretty good. You know what? You're right. I've been thinking about how good Christmas is going to be, but man, I got a good spouse and life's going good and I got some coin in the bank and we're going to go out to eat today and my relationships are strong. Yes, today is the present. Today is a gift. I can rejoice and be glad in this because this is really, really good. It's a good gift. Some in the room are like, yeah, yes and amen. I get it. I'm going to enjoy today because life's going pretty good. Others in the room are like, hey, God gave me a gift and man, this is like a pair of socks with a hole in it. This gift stinks. If this thing is a present, I don't want, can we, if I keep the receipt, can I take it back? Because I don't like this gift. Why should I, this is the day that the Lord has made, why should I rejoice and be glad in it? Why? If life's not going good, why should I be happy? If life's tense, why should I take joy in this? Whenever Veronica and I lived a few years ago, we lived in a town called Madison, Indiana. And when we lived in Madison, Indiana, it was a really, really weird time because ministry side was really good. We kind of had the Midas touch and God's favor was on us and it's growing and kids coming to Jesus and people wanting to be on the team and set out 10 chairs and they're all full. So then we set out 50 chairs and they filled up. Set out 300 chairs and 300 kids show. It was just like crazy on the ministry side. But on the family side, man, it was rough. Roughest season of all time. Roughest span that we've ever did. It was like one day gift, bad. Bad gift, bad gift, bad gift. Every present of the day we got was not fun. And it wasn't that our marriage was bad. Our marriage was actually really good at this time. The problem was two things. Number one, first and foremost, was I was flat broke. I wasn't just broke. I was broke, busted, and disgusted. I mean, it was bad. Flat broke, and we had some major health issues throughout this time. To make matters even tougher, I guess, not worse, but tougher and more tense, is Jordan, who's 23 at the time. He was the young man over here singing. He just turned 12. So we're getting into those preteen years. And it was like, who is this kid? I don't know you. In fact, I don't know that I like you. And he's thinking, who the heck are you? I don't like you either. And it was a little bit of tension for the first time with me and Jordan. At the same time, I'm broke. At the same time, there's money issues. So there's this tension of raising a teenager for the very first time when you don't have any money. If love is spelled M-O-N-E-Y, Daddy don't got much love because I don't have any money. And man, it was a little tense. Logan was 10 at the time. He's real energetic and anxious. And man, Logan wanted a bike so bad. It was crazy. Logan wanted a bike. And we just didn't have the money to buy him one. And he came and, hey, Dad, can I have a bike? Oh, buddy. Not now. He wanted to play sports. Hey, Dad, I need new cleats. We got him cleats, but that means we didn't get the other things we needed. Hey, Dad, I need to buy the jersey. Hey, Dad, we need this. And he's so athletic and so into things. And so our time and our talent, our treasure was going to, and it's just tense because we don't have the funds. I remember one time being so tight financially that we go to McDonald's after service, and we used to tell the kids, you each get $1. We're going to go big. You each get $1. $1.50 if we're living on crazy money. You each get $1. Jordan orders off the dollar menu. Logan orders off the dollar menu. I get $1 soda. So now we're all sipping off the same cup, and the boys got their own sandwich. The whole bill total came to like $7.25. I swiped, when I have a credit card, I swiped my debit card. $7.25. Declined. Got my friend there with me, Nathan, and Jordan and Logan are looking at me. They know, they're old enough. They know we don't have any money, do we? You just got declined because you don't have $7.25. And my buddy Nathan looks at me and goes, oh, Kevin, man, you got more money than anybody's ever dreamed of having. Shoot, I'll just buy it for you. Don't steal my blessing, brother. And he swipes his card and he buys it, and we laugh and go on our way. And that night I lay my head at the pillow and thinking, man, I don't like this. I just don't like this at all. Michaela, Logan was 8. Michaela had been about 4. Around 4 years old, 4 or 5. And she, for her birthday, I want to go to, she called it KFC's. I want to go to KFC's, Dad. And I'm thinking, KFC's? Man, that's rich people restaurant. We need to go to, McDonald's dollar menu day. And I want KFC's. And the whole time building up to KFC's, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay for Kentucky Fried Chicken? Tense. Oh, it was tense. But in the middle of all that tension, there was pockets of, wow. There was pockets of moments with Jordan at 12 that I'll never forget. I remember leaning up against a fence and talking about life with him at 12 years old. A cool little moment. Put his hands in his head, on his head, and started to cry and had some questions about life. And I remember putting my arm around him and just having a cool little moment with my boy. Logan wanted a bike and we couldn't afford one. The board member says, he didn't know, the board member said, hey, let me take Logan to Walmart. Tells Logan, I got a nephew that needs a gift and I want you to help me pick him out. I'm thinking about buying him a bike, Logan. Randy takes Logan to Walmart and says, Logan, pick out a bike for my nephew. I want a good one. He's about your age. I want to buy him a good bike. Okay, Mr. Randy. And Logan picks out a bike. And he says, that the bike? That's the bike. They go back and Randy has it in the back of his truck and gets out of the truck, gives me a little wink. And he said, hey, Logan, come here. I can't give my nephew this bike without getting broke in a little bit. Why don't you jump on that bike and ride around the church parking lot a little bit? Logan jumps on that bike, little green bike. He jumps on it and starts to ride around the parking lot. Long blonde hair, just a flowing and going. He comes around one time just a smiling, and off he goes. Comes back again. Whoa! Goes back again. Finally, Randy, Logan, come on. I got to go, buddy. Come on. Come on back. I got to get this. I got to get this to my nephew. Logan gets off the bike. Oh, Mr. Randy, he's going to love that bike. Randy puts his arm around a little Logan, 10-year-old boy, and says, Logan, I owe you an apology, buddy. Why? Well, I lied to you. You lied to me? Yeah, Logan. I don't even have a nephew. God told me to buy you this bike. And I'll never forget the day of putting that little green bike in the middle of our garage and our family getting around it and thanking God for loving my boy enough to buy me a bike that I couldn't afford. I remember moments with Michaela playing dolls and eating KFC for that birthday. And what Veronica and I have learned through the years of that very, very, very tough time. As I look back now, the lesson that I learned in that is that today's tension could very easily be tomorrow's treasure. I would give every dime I have right now to go back and lean on that fence with that 12-year-old boy, Jordan. I would give anything I could do to watch Logan ride that little green bike again. I would love to sit in the corner of Kentucky Fried Chicken in Madison, Indiana, and celebrate my daughter's birthday while we eat a chicken leg. That those days that seemed so tense at the time and so disappointing, now I look back, and Veronica and I have talked many days, we wouldn't trade those 2 years for any amount of money in the world. The moments we had with our children, the memories we made with them, and the glory that was shown in our life through God and His love. Was it tense at the time when we opened up the gift? Were we disappointed when we woke up in the morning and we opened up the gift and we're broke? Absolutely. But today's tension has now become a treasure. And if you're going through a rough time today, I'm not saying hold on to the gift because a better day's coming. I'm not saying that. In fact, I think if you do that, you'll make a mistake and you'll miss the gift of today. What I'm saying is, this is the day that the Lord has made. He has set the present in front of you. Unwrap it today. Look at it inside and out. Enjoy it. If it's tense, feel the tension. Remember these moments. Get into everything you can get into. Enjoy this day, because today's tension could very easily be tomorrow's treasure. So today I'm not saying hold on, better days are coming. I'm saying hold on, because God's given you today. Don't miss it, because there's going to be a lot of good that comes out of this, even in the storm. To have the best Christmas ever, don't wait for the next big thing. You need to realize that right now, today, this is the big thing. This is it. Enjoy the present.
Thanks again for joining us tonight to Church Online. If you're in the Visalia area, Celebrate with Family is December 19th and 20th. For more information about this event and scheduled service times, go ahead and visit celebratewithfamily.org. Also, for any comments, questions, and prayer requests, please email us at info@welcometochurch.com. Have a great week.